All right, in this video, we're going to look at the properties of the secant graph. We're going to do similar to the cosecant graph, so I'm just going to skip over some of the values and do the important ones that we found. So the 1, the 1/2, and the 0. I could put in the root 3/2, but we're really not going to be graphing with those, so I'm just going to stick with these values. Just like before, anytime it's 0, it will be undefined for secant, also where the asymptotes will be. So again, we'll do this in a different color. I'm actually going to put the one cycle that we are going to graph in blue, and then the red one will be just the extra cycle. This is going to be a little bit of a weird graph in terms of the one cycle we're going to be graphing is a U-shape with two separated pieces of a U, unlike the sine graph where you can see the two full U-shapes. The period symmetry for secant is going to be the same as cosine, also doesn't have an amplitude, and the range for this one will be the same as cosecant, so we'll just fill in some of that information down below. So a lot of that stuff is the same, obviously even symmetry this time. If you fold it over the y-axis, you get the same graph on the other side. The vertical asymptotes are different because the 0 is happening in a different spot for cosine. So the ones we see on our graph here are negative 3 pi over 2, negative pi over 2, pi over 2, and 3 pi over 2. I'm just going to use the pi over 2 to write my general expression. The space between the asymptotes is still half the period, or pi, but our starting asymptote is in a different spot. So and I'm usually going to use k, where k is any integer. I will put that in the directions for you, but it's important to realize you have to plug integer values into that, so there's always a space of pi in between. And then domain is going to be all reals minus that general equation for your vertical asymptotes. So I did that one a little bit quicker than the previous video because it's a lot of the same things. Don't have to re-explain that information. The next one we're going to do differently because we're not going to have the graph of tangent underneath. It would make it very confusing to look at. But same idea, we're going to come up with values and take the reciprocals for that.